We on, baby. What up? We the 404 Heelz. We here with the fan questions of the week. We got a lot this week. It's looking good. I like it. It's been a crazy week in WWE, AEW, TNA as well. Joe Hendry fans are disappointed. Let me tell you that much. Nick Namath fans, super excited. But we gonna start with the first question. It's Bobby Big Legs 33. Bobby Big Legs. He gonna say, is it me? Or is this Bloodline story a little rushed? How you feel about
that? That's a good story. Big Bob Leg.
Bobby Big Legs.
Is it rushed? Well, I don't think it's rushed. I think they started too late. I think they held Roman out too long.
Yeah.
I think they could have went ahead with this a while ago because, like I said, like I was telling you before, War Games is going to be Bloodline. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
So they have to hurry up and try to get everything into fold. But, I feel like they held out Roman too long. So do I feel like it's rushed? I don't think it's rushed. I just think they started it too late. But I don't feel a rush feeling from it.
Yeah, like I feel like he came back in SummerSlam and then he had like 2 weeks where he was on SmackDown and then he went away for like a month again.
Yeah.
So like maybe if he would have shown up those couple of weeks where he wasn't there, it wouldn't feel so rushed.
Right.
But if you take it from the initial part of this story, it is SummerSlam,
Exactly.
So, I mean, it has been a good enough time to tell the story, but they're just kind of condensing it, I guess, in these coming weeks. But I feel like it's going to be a great coming weeks going up to I'm calling it, we'll just call it pay-per-view Bloodline. It ain't Survivor Series no more. It's Bloodline, baby.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but it would be so funny if WWE pisses everyone off and just has the Final Testament versus the Wyatt Six in the fucking War Games match, bro. I know they won't do it, but it'd be funny.
There's no money in that match, bro. No one's claiming to buy tickets.
Bro, that shit would be fucking hilarious, bro. Hilarious. You got a question, bro?
Question.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Oh, cheers, man. Cheers. You got them apple juice going today?
Yeah.
That yak.
The apple juice, baby.
Fan question. My fan question is, how do you guys feel about the tribalism in pro wrestling right now?
Ooh.
Sent by Little Man / Littlefoot at 333. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you answer this first.
I think it's good and bad at the same time. It's good because it makes us talk about the other. Like, if you fucking love WWE, it's like Cowboy fans. You hate the Cowboys. You're not a Cowboys fan. You fucking hate the Cowboys. So what do, Stephen A. Smith? You talk about the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, I think it is kind of like, it's good because it makes people watch just to talk shit. And that's what people get annoyed about wrestling fans. But I think it's great. I think shit talking is the number one thing we like to do. So why not do it?
Shit talking is part of pro wrestling. Honestly.
Yeah. And we'll be like, oh man, there's too much there's too much. No, it's the great. I wish there was more. Fuck it.
I feel like it's always a healthy medium.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary evil in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think a lot of times it's manufactured. I don't really think it's real. I would like it to be honestly true because, like, for example, we posted a post on our page on TikTok, and it was from the Swerve Strickland interview.
Yeah.
The very first comment, this motherfucker say, "That's a shitty company." That was it. So it's like, okay, but tell me why it's a shitty company. Why do you? But see, I honestly think this is the problem I have with the internet.
Yeah.
Internet is a bunch of followers, literally.
Mm-hmm.
No one don't have their own independent mind thought. So they kind of follow with what's popular right now. And if they think it's going to give them more views, if they think it's going to give them more recognition, they're going to say it and they're going to do it. To me, that's bullshit. To me, you got to stand on business. You got to keep it 100 to what you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So, like I said, I'm an advocate for pro wrestling. Now, I'm not too high on sports entertainment. I never have been.
Yeah.
I never have been. That's why I shared away from WWE a couple of times in the years because it was so sports entertainment. I gravitated to TNA / Impact Wrestling. Now I'm over here with AEW because it's pro wrestling eccentric heavy, bro. So I think it's good to have some tribalism, but when it's overboard and when it's manufactured and it's not honesty, bro, it's like, what we doing? What we doing?
Yeah,
What we doing?
for sure. And like before we start, I was never an AEW fan, but I watch it. There's great parts of AEW. There's some shitty parts. Believe me, y'all know I don't like it that much. Like I got to talk shit about it a little bit.
Right. There isn't. Look, I watch both.
Yeah.
There's some shitty shit on AEW. I'm like, why they do that? And there's some shitty shit, boring shit on WWE. I'm like, fast forward. I don't want to see it. I already know what's going to happen. It's pro wrestling, period. I don't think you can watch TNA, you're going to find some shitty shit and you're going to like it's boring. It's anywhere you go. So, for people who think like WWE is king and everything, all they shit smell like roses and butterflies and shit, bro. Get over yourself, bro. Stop it. They have negative flaws at their company too. You just too blind to see. Take off the glasses. I'm gonna do the Trae Young. I'm gonna do the Trae Young thing. Take off the glasses and fucking open your eyes, because a lot of this shit is repetitive on WWE. And right now, that's one thing we're gonna talk about later when we talk about the shows. I noticed something about WWE, and I'm like, oh, please don't tell me they're doing this again, please.
But look at AEW on Wednesday. It was a lot more storyline driven. There was a lot more promos. There was a lot more than they've been doing.
Look, we're gonna talk about that when we talk the shows, because I noticed that the show was.
I was like, this looks like a WCW show, not WWE. This looks like a WCW show. But we'll move on to the next question. It's Taco Time 98. Just real quick, men and women, who are your early Rumble picks?
Woo, damn. I'm gonna let you take the lead on that one right there, bro. Hold on.
Easy. Women, Charlotte makes her big return. She wins. That's her return at Rumble. She wins. Tiffany will have the belt. It's gonna set up Tiffany Stratton and Ric Flair's daughter at motherfucking WrestleMania, and it's gonna be an epic fucking match.
Jesus. Okay.
And I'm gonna go men. Roman Reigns, baby. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is either winning Rumble or Elimination Chamber. And I think John Cena wins Elimination Chamber. Roman wins the Rumble. But a dark horse Royal Rumble winner, Braun Breaker.
That's who I was gonna go with.
But there might just be too many stars in WWE at the top right now, that because you only get 2 nights for WrestleMania. And you only get 2 main events. And oh man, sorry women, but it looks like y'all gonna not get the main event again. Like it's been like 2 years in a row, or because 39 was Jay and Sammy KO, and then it went Cody Roman, and then Bloodline match, and then Cody Roman.
I'm gonna go for women. Becky Lynch.
Does she make her return at the Rumble as well?
At the Rumble, and she gets the win.
I can see that.
For the men, I have 2. It could be Braun Breaker, but I don't want this dude to win because I'm not a particularly fan of his in-ring work or just period. Damian Priest.
Ooh, that'd be a good push too.
Damian Priest. I think he wins the Royal Rumble, which it would suck. So my mind, I think, would be good if LA drops the title, gets in the Rumble, wins the Rumble. Yeah.
You know. I was just talking to someone on TikTok on the comments, and we was talking about how like LA's kind of losing steam. I feel like, man, especially
we've been saying that for weeks.
Yeah,
we've been saying it for weeks on Word on the Street. I'm telling you, he is doing this, and he was going like this, bro. Yeah. He's losing his steam.
Maybe he's not falling yet. He's just plateaued. We'll just call it a plateau for right now.
Oh no, he's falling.
He's falling. He's that motherfucker falling.
No, he's falling because listen. When was the last time you and I even had a segment about LA Knight?
We did. When he was the guest referee, how he ruined Game 7.
I'm talking about like real.
Yeah. Probably since fucking SummerSlam when he beat Logan.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because he do that. The WWE will run you along and put you in a place of purgatory. And right now, LA Knight's in purgatory.
Take you out like Old Yeller in the shed and just pa.
Not Old Yeller.
But thank you, Taco Time 98. Appreciate the question.
Hey, appreciate you, Taco Time.
Wait, I'm gonna add to it.
Go ahead.
Any surprises you could think of that could show up at the Rumble? Besides, obviously, NXT people. Maybe someone big from AEW?
You know what? And I honestly was thinking for the women, I was like, man, wouldn't it be kind of dope if one of the women that's in NXT bubbling gets in the Royal Rumble and wins it?
Like a Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, that's the only one I could think of.
That'd be like a Rey Mysterio story, too, because she's so tiny, but I talked about it on NXT 3 Ups, 3 Downs. If y'all like NXT, go check it out. But she is so little, but when she's in the ring and shit, she seems like the biggest person in the ring. How she carries herself.
Yeah, her personality. Her
yeah,
persona.
she's not a scared heel. Like, you know how some heels like wither and tag their partner out. Yeah, she's like, tag me in. I'm going in.
Yeah.
So like, it's a different personality. So it would be awesome to see her win the Rumble. Or I know it's a long shot, like a Jada Parker. Yeah, I know. She's gonna blow up in the WWE though.
When her time is right, but
yeah,
and if she gets better in the ring. But Roxanne is the next one up. She's the next one going to the main roster. I can guarantee you that real soon. Before the draft. If not the draft. If they're still doing drafts and shit. You know?
Yeah. All right. What's the question, big dog?
Fan question from Batman and Robin 2323 say, what are you guys' thoughts about Orange Cassidy as a wrestler, period? That's a good question, though.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let you start.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way they're going right now. He seems to be the hero against this Moxley. And I'll just ask this next question, and we'll just do it a twofer because it ties in. Okay. It's Bill Kemp. He said, "Where do you see this Moxley story going?" This is literally the next question. Okay, so they kind of tie together. But I mean, I don't like the douchebag cocky coming out like Wayne, whatever, height, whatever. Right. Like he needs more of he has no personality. He thinks it's a personality, but to me, it's just like, it's not a personality to me, if that makes sense. Right. But I like the way it's going. I mean, it seems like, Darby Allin, aka Sting, is going to be fucking assisting.
You saw that shit?
He coming down bro, if you coming down like that, lose the pink fur coat, big dog. He looked like a dead body, bro. I said, did the what do they call the BCC? I said, did they hang this motherfucker?
Bro, what was that? The Energizer Bunny.
And then they threw him on the table, but not really, and the shit collapsed on him, bro. It wasn't supposed to break.
It was. I think it was supposed to break, but I don't think it was supposed to break then. He sat on the table and said, "Pop out."
Yeah.
And he still had the harness strapped to him for the focus.
Yeah, hell yeah. I wonder who invented that table, the announcer table that makes it like breakaway and then easily put back together. Because remember back in the day, if it used to break, they used to just bring out a folding table the rest of the show. Yeah. But now they can put that shit back in a commercial break like real quick. It's impressive.
Through the table. Table.
This is hilarious. And did you see that? Is AEW moving closer to ringside with their announce table, or is it like stadium permits it or something? Because they were ringside for that one, but usually they're back by the entrance.
Yeah, I think the MO is stage, right?
Yeah,
not by the ring, But I guess what I'm seeing, the pattern, but they sit by the ring if there's going to be a table spot.
So like if they're sitting by the ring, someone's going through the table.
Going through the table.
Makes sense.
I personally, when I first saw Orange Cassidy, I said, what the fuck is this shit? Okay? I was really heavy against him. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Again, you're talking about a pro wrestling lover. Like, I couldn't understand the pockets. I couldn't understand the fake. I didn't understand it. But then the more I started watching him, I understood it because I'm a proprietor of people who trying to bring something different all the time. And he's unique. And he's something we've never seen in wrestling before. Never. So I feel like for that reason alone, he deserves the recognition to, like, this motherfucker is an AEW original. Like, I wouldn't know who he was if it wasn't for AEW.
That's who he said that in his promo. He's like AEW made me.
But you know one thing? I was like, hey, he can actually go in the ring. He can actually go in the ring. And he's a workhorse. Like, Seth Rollins said he's a workhorse for that World Heavyweight Championship. Nah. When Cassidy had the International Championship, he defended every single week in these crazy, grueling matches, bro. And he's a workhorse, bro.
And he's basically still on every show. Every time, Collision or Dynamite, he's on that motherfucker.
He is. So right now, I do like Cassidy. Initially, I didn't, but I've grown to like him. I've grown to like him.
Yeah. But where do you see the Moxley story going from here?
Like, that's another question. Where do I see the Moxley storyline going? And I thought about you too, watching this last night. I was like, Aaron was on point. he said, and I remember we was texting, you said, I said, the number one storyline in pro wrestling right now is the Bloodline, right? I said, number 2 is Moxley, right? And then you hurry up and said, not if the Hurt Syndicate and Spurs Strickland starts a program. And that's exactly what the fuck happened last night.
And hold on, that leads into another question. Besides Bloodline, what's the greatest storyline in pro wrestling from Tucker Snell? Shout out Tucker Snell. That's weird. All these questions are just fucking flowing together, bro.
Flow it, man. So Tucker Snell, the greatest story.
And you just said it's Moxley right now.
Are you talking about in the game today, or are you talking about
well, shit. He just said greatest storyline, so we can go any storyline. Let's just go any storyline, but we'll do one today besides Bloodline, the greatest story, and we'll do of all time besides Bloodline because Bloodline's the answer for both.
Yes, it is. All like old school, I would say the NWO storyline is still unbeatable. Like
the first year.
The first year
from the invasion of Scott Hall,
Nash, and then Hogan turning, like that was one of the greatest storylines I've ever seen up to that point. A good number 2 runner up from the E was Stone Cold and Vince McMahon
versus Vince. Vince
McMahon. Okay, turn this on. Other than that, today I was going to go with the Moxley storyline because I kind of see what they're doing. And I still almost feel like Shane McMahon is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
The puppet master.
And you know what? It might be Shane McMahon. Think about this. I don't think he was watching Raw then. But a couple years ago, they had this segment on Raw called Raw Underground.
Okay.
What it was a ring with no ring posts, no ropes, and it had these wrestlers or these unknown fighters just brawl. And matter of fact, that's the first time I seen Omos. He was a security guard for Shane McMahon for Raw Underground. We saw Omos, right?
Big ass Omos.
So Shane always had this level of violence to him that he likes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude was a psycho in the ring, man.
Let's go back to the story we heard about Shane McMahon was trying to purchase the UFC. Remember that?
Yeah. And his dad said, "Bye, you broke bitch."
Right. Buy it by yourself. Right. So I'm thinking it could be Shane McMahon that's promoting this type of violence because Shane McMahon actually, in real life, he actually does take up trains for mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it is Shane McMahon at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
But I don't think they bring him out this year. I think they're waiting to the next calendar year, 2025.
Maybe. The first PLE or something.
I don't know.
Maybe it'd be a good spoiler to get attention to AEW when like Raw goes to Netflix and The Rock's coming back and it's the WrestleMania push. It would be great to throw a Shane McMahon in there to spice it up.
So let me ask you this question: how big do you think that will be if Shane McMahon does appear on AEW TV? How big do you think it will be?
I think they would probably see the highest ratings they've seen in a long, long time.
I think you're right.
Would it be sustainable? It depends on the storyline.
Right.
It's like what we talked about weeks prior. They've had lightning in a bottle a few times, and they just didn't capitalize on it.
Right.
This could be another fucking lightning in a bottle. Let that motherfucker breathe,
Well, I think a lot of – I don't know if you noticed, but the AEW, they turned the corner, bro. Their shows has been consistently good. Every one of their shows this week, even Rampage, bro. Slept on match of the week to me, right here, right quick. Nick Wayne versus Ricochet. Woo.
Oh, I need to go back and watch that.
That was good.
I need to go back and watch that.
Good. And Nick Wayne, bro, he's growing on me, bro. Yeah. Nick Wayne's growing on me, bro.
Nick Wayne.
I like some Nick Wayne, man. I like him.
Not Christian's son in real life, though, correct?
No, but Christian, not Christian in real life, but Christian's still lurking in the shower. Bro. Watch, he's gonna shock everybody.
Yeah, and they got Christian's got homeboy with him now, the fella.
Yes, Kip Saban.
Yep, there you go.
But they got him in there because Luchasaurus, I think he has some medical.
Yeah, he got hurt, I think. Yeah, so Christian's like, I need another member. I need a hitman or something like that.
What do you think, man? What do you feel?
I would feel like I'm gonna just go personal with storyline from the past, and it has to be either Brothers of Destruction or not Brothers of Destruction, but when they Kane versus Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
That storyline was like that was prime me watching wrestling, obsessed with wrestling as a child.
That was a great storyline.
And at the same time, the other storyline I love was just anything DX did. I love DX.
Right. Which DX?
The second DX.
Okay.
with Road Dogg, X-Pac, all that fucking. Oh, you didn't know?
Your ass better call somebody. I love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, but obviously Bloodline it's just this is shit should be Academy Award winning. I'm not even bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been so invested in a storyline for so long.
It's
and
good.
I think what makes this Bloodline storyline really down to earth is they're actually blood. They're actually family. So it's like, ooh, that's that level of believability when you can see the chemistry. Didn't I say before? The Usos and Roman Reigns, the chemistry is unmatched.
Yeah. And when Jay says to Sammy, "You're not family," you're like, that's actually fucking true.
Exactly. You're not family.
You're not family. You're just an honorary oos.
And bro, I can't wait we start talking about Raw and stuff, bro, because I can't wait. I got some stuff I want to get off my chest.
All right, you got another question?
No, that was all the questions I had.
All right, I got one more.
Yes.
And this is it ties in. And we just kind of talked about it when I said it was Darby Allin and Sting. But it just, Ria's Girl 33 says, is AEW just recycling Hurt Business to prove a point? And I'm like, same thing. It seems like, shit that didn't work in WWE, the Hurt Business. It's like, let's try it here and make it successful. And then I see this motherfucker Darby Allin, who is Sting's fucking prodigy, coming straight down like Sting, except a little bit more limp.
Yeah.
And then doing the same kind of Sting thing, like everyone's fighting in the ring, the bad guys versus the good guys, and then we get, here comes the savior, Sting, Darby Allin.
Right.
And then you do got, the Hurt Business with it like they're going Hurt Business,
Right.
They're like, we're gonna run this shit.
So the question was, what she say?
Are they recycling points?
No.
Or stories?
They're not recycling points, because I'm gonna tell you why. The Hurt Business was a hot commodity during the pandemic era when they put it together, right? They killed it way too quick. And MVP, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander, they all said their dismay about it, like why they cut it so short. It had so much life to it. So you're not seeing a recycle. What you're seeing is a pick back up where it left off, because it shouldn't have been cut off that fast, to be honest with you. I don't know why.
How often do you think they'll go back and acknowledge that, like, we used to do this somewhere else? We, like, you know what I'm saying? Like little digs at WWE.
They did last night.
I know, but how many more times? He got back in business, yeah, but how many more times are they?
I don't think they'll do it too many more times, because I think this is going to be a different Hurt Business. I think this is going to be the Hurt Business that the WWE would allow them to be, because they were so PG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can do a lot more things than the AEW. I mean, come on. For example, look at Shelton Benjamin. I've never been a bigger fan of Shelton Benjamin than now. I've never was a big fan of his. I always admired his athletic.
In ring,
of course. But anything other than that. But now, this Shelton Benjamin, this Shelton Benjamin is a killer.
He never really had storylines like this one already could be in AEW. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shelton Benjamin used to just come out for a match, sometimes get a U.S. title, sometimes get an Intercontinental title, and that was it. But do you feel like that's what I was going to say. If there's one superstar that I wish could come over from WWE and be in AEW, and I know we did this question weeks ago, but it changed my mind. I would love to see Montez Ford come over to AEW. He would get the solo push, and he would fucking have banging matches, bro, with everybody.
Damn.
And he could come over and kind of insert himself in the Hurt Business, because what was WWE doing with Bobby Lashley towards the end? Put him with the Street Profits and B-Fab.
Right. That's right. The Pride.
Give Montez a solo push somewhere. Give him TNA. Put him fucking somewhere and let this man go to work, bro.
He is beating that drum, man. You are.
I feel, bro. And the internet's persistent. The IWC, baby. They are persistent. People are Montez Ford's fans.
I mean,
and we're gonna talk about it in Word on the Street. We won't get too into detail. It's a word on the street. Mr. Dave Meltzer said something.
Oh man, come on! I can't wait for that. But let's see. What was it? Are
they recycling?
No, they're not recycling anything. I think this is a different Hurt Business. It's not the Hurt Business, the Hurt Syndicate. So it's a different vibe to it. And already. They just that one segment on Fright Night, they already show what is going to happen. In my mind, I'm thinking like, man, if we got the Hurt Syndicate over here, what if the Hurt Center can meet up with Moxley's crew, the Death Riders?
The
That's
Death
next
Riders,
group, the Death
trademarked.
Riders.
Yeah, I would really like to see. I mean, to me, Bobby Lashley, I never not liked him, and I never liked him. You know what I mean? He was just a guy, like,
Just
sometimes he put on a banging match, and I'd be like, oh, that was very impressive. And sometimes I'd be like, nah, that kind of fucking sucked. But, like, he was just a guy, and I know he was heavyweight champ, all that, universal or heavyweight champ, right? And I'm like, yeah, but, like, he just never, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It was just, maybe he's just too big.
I would tell you this. I feel just the same way when he was like ECW champion. He would just fly in the ring and had that horrible storyline.
He's too stiff, I feel like, in the ring. Too stiff.
Well, yeah, he don't have a lot of movement. But
yeah,
you know, that motherfucker is a badass in real life. He's actually does Bellator MMA fighting.
Yeah.
He's undefeated.
Yeah.
So
is he undefeated?
He's undefeated.
You sure?
Well, he lost?
I don't know.
No, he's undefeated then.
No,
he's
okay.
Undefeated.
Okay.
I didn't start really liking Bobby Lashley until they gave him the Almighty moniker with MVP. I was like, okay, now they found something. Now they found something with MVP as his mouthpiece and him being the Hurt Business. That was when he really shot up to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm excited for the Hurt Syndicate in AEW.
Is it the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate? Because he said we back in business.
Yeah, but I think they can't use business because it was in WWE. It's trademark in WWE.
Triple H might have gave it to him. Triple H is a nice guy.
Well, how about this? Shelton Benjamin had a Hurt Syndicate on the back of his tights. So that
did he really? I didn't even notice that. I didn't even fucking notice that, bro. I'm not looking at his ass. Sorry.
Hard to miss some big ass letters, bro. It's hard to miss.
But we gonna bring up Bobby Lashley. Word on the street. It's on there. We post it. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, send in your questions. 404heels@gmail.com. Peace. Dude.